And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. I am your host, MegaShadowFist. I suck at video games, I suck at commentary. And when we last left off, we were talking to Mr. Yuri Cosmos, who has the best theme in the world. Like, it's amazing. It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of Victor Kudo's theme. I mean, like, not in terms of style, but in terms of, like, awesomeness. I want a theme like this. What? So does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow?
That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind.
I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about. Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. Then let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. About Hat 1. The Hat 1 is a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home?
I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well, I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat 1 project.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hat 1's noble mission was to collect samples for an asteroid. It missed start because of the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat 1 reached its planned orbit. From where it launched, the Hope probe towards asteroid. From where it launched, the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its launch, along the journey to the Spitfire reached space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat 1 returned safely to Earth.
That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle occurred, right?
Correct, and it truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few examples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago.
So what kind of samples are they? What's in them?
The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back to the day before Terran's murder.
There's no samples in that container, are there?
Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred.
You had no time or you didn't want to, huh? Well, I see your game. I know, he's like M. Bison. He's M. Bison. He is literally the embodiment of evil, ladies and gentlemen. So is this a Tuesday for you, M. Bison?
For this part, pushed our space development program ahead of our other countries by several years.
That's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all.
In a golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of this space center. The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential.
A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big.
Our endeavors for the moon rock lives on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission, as a man who stands at the center of the cosmos.
I hear there's a lot of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
What? Bite your tongue. It's not for anything so busy money or politics.
There isn't really a space race going on right now. Maybe in 2027. But in 2017, no. Everyone's working together. I mean, it's kind of interesting, though, because, like, everyone works in, like, the International Space Center, right? So, like, half of it's owned by the U.S., and the other half is owned by Russia, and then you have people from, like, various other places, like Japan and whatnot, to go in there as well. It's quite interesting, though. But, like, yeah, everyone works together. In fact, you know, because NASA doesn't get very much, does it get any funding from the government? I'm sure it does, but the space program specifically was cut down. So in order to launch people into space, I talked about this before, they have to use, like, did I say that like in a comment or like in a text annotation? Whatever the case may be, they actually have to launch people into space using Russian rockets, and they also land using Russian things, which is interesting because like, unlike the U.S., which typically lands in space, Russia does like a land, like they literally land on land. And from what I've been told, it's described as like getting in a car accident. Anyway, so it's not really a space race anymore.
What better to us for anything so busy money or politics? It's all for the brave future in which mankind, and all for my illustrious mission. With this recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it.
I love this guy. He's like my favorite person. I guess even the space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena.
Huh? Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up for the case.
Is that so?
Well, I'll be on my way. As you can see, I'm very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engine, max battle speed in, engage!
That thing is surprisingly fast. I guess we better get going too.
You bet! Let's make it so!
First and foremost, I aware that I'm a lawyer.
My badge is starting to look pretty good on me, don't you think?
It suits you well.
I'm starting to feel like it gives me more dignity and presence, too.
I think she might be expecting a little too much from one tiny little badge.
Alright, let's see. I'm getting the sense that you are perplexed by this piece of evidence.
Oh, well, I guess that's true.
You see, even the simple act of presenting evidence reveals your underlying emotions.
I guess I better be careful when I present evidence, then. Space Center diagram. I doubt she probably has anything to say about any of this, but I'm just curious. Sometimes there have been times where you need to present evidence to, like, partners in order to advance, right? Like, that's been a thing, I think, right? At least in the classic games, unless I'm making stuff up. I don't know. Oh, I mean, come this September, it would have been 3 years since I first started getting to the Ace Attorney series, which is kind of hard to believe. I mean, for some of you guys are like, oh,
3 years, I've been in this since 1922.
Okay, yeah, I get you. You've been in it since 1922, which is a full, 79 years? No, 89 years? No, yeah, a full 79 years before the game came out in Japan. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, I must admit. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's go to the boarding lounge. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center, boarding lounge. They just have one of those there just on the ceiling. Like, can astronauts just practice this in their free time while they're dining? So this is where Mr. Terran was murdered. Oh, there's the outline right there.
Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again. Right now, we're in the main building here on the right side on the 3rd floor. Clearly, Mr. Starbuck fled here from Launchpad 1 after the explosion.
You there, not a man without express permission.
We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate.
Sorry, nobody gets in without permission, not even the police superintendent. Could have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me.
So Detective Fulbright is here, huh?
Yeah, he's in the Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him, and then we'll talk.
Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see. What trick should I use on him today?
I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid.
So, to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor, we just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think.
Wait, that door. It looks awfully familiar. Oh yeah, that door looks so familiar. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. Oh no, I wonder where this door could have come from.
Good eye there, boss! This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad.
Ah, that explains it.
The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now come on, let's go!
So you can deactivate the fingerprint system, huh? Alright, let's go to move to the Launchpad 1 corridor. By the way, random question here. Have you guys, December 19th, Cosmos Space Center, Launchpad 1 corridor. Have any of you guys played Fire Emblem Heroes yet? I got it yesterday. I'm recording this on Friday because that's when I usually record my Ace Attorney series. I got it yesterday and I've been playing it. It's been pretty fun so far. a bit dumbed down, I think, because like it doesn't seem like there's any accuracy. It seems like there's a guaranteed hit, which actually could make things potentially more difficult. Like if your enemies can have 100% guaranteed to hit you, and it's quite interesting. Although one thing that I've been doing is I keep messing up. Like I don't know if any of you guys have done this, but like there's this issue where like when you're playing the game, you have to swipe into into your enemy to slash at them, but you know. What I keep doing is I keep putting my unit right in front of them, because like that's what I'm used to, and then once you release your thumb from like the phone screen, your character just can't, he just stops, you can't do anything, and so like there are all these times where I'll go up to attack, but because I don't swipe into the enemy, I just put my unit right in front of them and they give the enemy a free hit. I don't know. Even in space, safety first. So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them use in their escape.
Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 to the main building.
I see police tape down at the other end. Guess you won't be looking at the launch pad.
After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke.
And the launch pad itself is probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them.
Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there!
Sea of Flames, isn't that a pirate book that I read back in high school? I mean, I didn't read it specifically for school, but I read it, anyway. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice?
He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot.
Huh? It's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing?
We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share?
Boss, if he acts at all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the whatever shall we do act, and I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it?
Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something?
Info on the case, huh? Alright, I'll gladly share some with you.
Huh? What just happened?
Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me. You info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today.
I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today.
Well, we need information, so let's run with it. So actually, that's the thing though. So in the previous recording session, I asked what happened to Mr. Fulbright, and you know, I got some interesting answers. Some people were like, oh well, you know, maybe he just got, because like I talked about how I didn't see him in any of the previews for Spirit of Justice at all, and people were like, oh well, you know, maybe he was just replaced. I'm not buying that explanation though. Like if you're like, oh maybe they just decided to replace him to, maybe they just like, let's see. Like Stark's the Gamer, she said something like, I didn't read the comment specifically. Like I sort of glanced at it when I was reading my emails today, but I haven't actually responded to that comment yet. But it was something like, you know, maybe the people just decided maybe they wanted to, there was like a coin flip between a more sciencey detective and like the more groovy detective, and then Suppleto was like, oh well, maybe they just decided to replace him. You know, like Gumshoe. I'm not buying. I don't know. I'm just not buying that. Like, there's a snake in my boot. There is something afoot here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I don't know, cause I mean, sure, Gumshoe was replaced without a trace. He did disappear without a trace, but the thing is, like, I kind of understand that because basically almost all the characters from the original trilogy just disappeared without a trace once Apollo Justice came out, and Gumshoe did appear in the Miles Edgeworth investigation games, so like they didn't completely get rid of him. I feel like there's more to it than that. I mean, sure, they did replace Emma Skye without a trace, but except for they put her back in Spirit of Justice, unless Emma Skye and Bobby Fulbright are both going to be in there, but that doesn't make sense because if that were the case, they would have showed Fulbright in the trailers as well. There's something up. I smell something fishy. Well, we need information, so let's run with it.
If you say so.
path of justice, huh? Which way should I go? Okay, no, I'm reading too much into this. Okay, attorney's badge, present. Something for the lost and found. I'll be sure to take care of it. No, this is an important piece of evidence. The victim went to all that trouble to save the defendant, and then he was mercilessly killed. Is there no justice in this world? Justice was trampled underfoot that day. That's right. Acts of justice and selflessness are not always rewarded. It pains me to say it, but I've come to realize the truth in that recently. Sounds like he and his personal philosophy are going through a midlife crisis. Space descender diagram. Something lost and found. Utility knife. Lost and found. Bombing report. Lost and found. Evacuation report. When the explosion occurred, everyone was on the verge of panic. But the important thing is that no one from the general public was hurt. And it was all thanks to the evacuation effort we headed up. After that, you escaped the building yourself as well, right? Me? Escape? Nonsense! I wanted to run straight towards the blast. It was the other detectives who stopped me. We gotta get you to somewhere safe, sir, they said.
We got to get you to somewhere safe, sir! Maggie Bird, sir!
I know you wanted to help, but it sounds like you were adding work to your fellow officers.
Maggie Bird, sir!
We haven't seen her. Obviously. I wonder if that'd be cool if we got to see some. It kind of saddens me back on that topic that like most of the cast from the original games have just been completely forgotten about, with certain exceptions. Obviously, Phoenix, Pearl, Edgeworth. That's about it. I mean, Mike Meekins made an appearance in the previous game, and a certain other character, which, you know, whose name may or may not rhyme with Mary Mutz, may or may not appear in a special case in a certain game that may or may not rhyme with Myriad of Mustus. But aside from that, yeah, is there anybody else? Oh, Maya makes an appearance in the next game from what I've seen from the previews. I think that's it. I think that's legitimate. Oh, and there's the judge. There's the judge, and I guess technically Payne, Winston Payne, who was in the original, but then he got replaced by his brother in this one, and in Spirit of Justice, so yeah. That's about it. Yeah, those are like the only characters that I can think of from the original trilogy that made an appearance. Like, they just got rid of them all. It kind of makes me sad. I like to see more of them. The crime scene. I guess they just kind of wanted this trilogy to stand up on its own. Assuming it is a trilogy, I don't know. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene?
There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do?
That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need, and a month even. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub.
No, that's okay, but thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. There's something fishy going on here.
Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something?
Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. What happened exactly? You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective?
That's right. I was here on a security assignment.
The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that, especially homicide detectives. What the heck?
Yes. Yes. Well, you know us, to serve and protect. The explosion occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation.
He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened?
Of course. A bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. By the way, Aquapod, see you guys in the next episode.